Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched the season 19 premiere of The Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yes.
How is it that I know the season number? And
I know. Well, it was on the screen every time we
That's true.
Fast forwarded or paused.
I also looked it up because I had to get the artwork for editing this episode together. So I was like, I need a season 19 thing. And yeah, so I got it. I made sure. But also, I thought they were making a big deal that it was like the 20th season.
It's 20. There's gonna,
Something weird like that. It's like 20 years, but it's only been 19 seasons. I guess that's because they cross years sometimes. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's like school years.
And they also had a little bit of a pause with those. I don't know.
Perhaps.
But it's not one of the ones where I'm like, I know every single season because have not been watching every single season. I'm like Beverly Hills or Atlanta or whatever.
True.
Anyways, OC, excellent season premiere.
Yeah, it was a very good season premiere. I was a little nervous about watching this after we started watching Miami. Because Miami, where we don't have any sort of basis or any horse in the game or whatever, dog in the race, whatever the expression is, like this one, I feel like, we know who the players are. And they haven't changed. So there's not there's no new wife, there's no one.
Well, there's a new friend coming along.
But still, this episode at least, and I don't even, when does she come in?
I don't even know. I'm glad it wasn't this episode.
Yeah.
I'm glad, yes.
Yeah, but there's no one new. There's no Alexis this season, right off the bat to get things kicked off. So it's pretty much picking up where we left off from last season. So there's nothing really truly unexpected. So I didn't know how I would feel. I felt like I needed to be more on top of it than I am with Miami, because Miami I can just sit back and watch and be like, okay, this is cool. All right, Alexia did and Marisol said that. But this, I feel like I should have more opinions, and I don't really. I don't.
I have thoughts, yeah. I feel like you're saying, I feel more connected to the show and to these women, and one of my favorites is on the show. And so I was more anxious about because I care more about them and I know them better. And so it just, it made me, I was already a little anxious today in general. So, but I was really excited about it. And I'm, still have that enthusiasm. And
yeah, I just feel like because we know who they are, we should be able to be a little bit more insightful about it. But, then it comes down to it's still just a Housewives show.
We have insight. We were talking about it a bit during the commercials.
Be insightful.
No, we don't have to, we're not here to break the mold. It's offering, we know what we do. We offer opinions. We have,
Yeah, I'm not trying.
I say a lot.
It's
like my new calm it down.
So my one takeaway, I know I'm going to be proven wrong, that's why I don't want to say it. I feel really bad for Katie. I don't know why I feel so bad. It feels like a pile-on, and it just feels like, I don't know. When Katie explains her actions, at least the ones we've seen so far, it seems logical. This person reached out to me and they said that they had the same experience. And so I wanted to back up my kid who was being attacked. So I directed her to the right place to do that. But the more and more I see it happening, even by the end of this episode, I just feel like Katie she's a little too stoic. She's it's as though she knows that her behavior isn't right, or that she's trying. Something doesn't feel right. But at the same time, the women, I think they're really coming after her hard, and with or without reason, I don't know. Gina's definitely putting herself in the middle of it all for, I guess, assuring herself another season. I don't know. It seems a little early to be playing that game, but Gina's being in the middle of all this, and I don't understand why.
Because Gina brought her on. And so I feel she feels responsible for the havoc she has, not with the whole idea of, she's my friend. Mm-hmm. They weren't really close friends, but she was connected to her.
See, I'm so used to there being that whole, it just being BS that I brought her on. She's my friend.
No, let me finish the thought. She's connected to her. So it's like you're associated with this person. It has nothing to do with like the BS of like, she was my friend, I met her and like mommy and me. That's bullshit. It's more so you brought this havoc into the friend group and now I'm pissed at you, especially when she started saying things that, when Heather said that Katie told me that you're only friends with me because you want my real estate contacts. So, and also because Katie is hurting her best friend, Emily, Gina especially is going to get involved because Emily matters to her.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she's really pissed off on behalf of herself and also because of her best friend. If Katie was targeting mainly Tamra, it wouldn't, not that Gina doesn't like Tamra, it just wouldn't be the same situation. But you come for her best friend who's going through a difficult period with her kid, then it's going to amp her up because, as we saw in the flashbacks, Gina has been there.
Yeah.
So that's why I think she's so fired up about it. My feeling is, I do not like a pylon. It's very uncomfortable to watch one person be singled out that way. And I'm sure it's a possibility that it will be proven that she is a liar because things aren't adding up. And it's beyond even like, I'm looking directly at Drew over here. Drew's lies as well, but they're harmless,
They're more white lies.
Yes, I'm cousins with Michael Jordan. Katie is spinning and spinning and spinning. And I said this to you, she's getting in over her head and she's drowning in the spinning and the lies. And I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think she's being malicious. I don't quite know her motives. I don't think that's it. It's just she's really dug herself in deep. Yeah. And I don't blame them for not trusting her.
Yeah.
So, but I do. For me, it's just uncomfortable to watch. And I'm not. It's just, I don't like it.
I feel like when Emily and Gina sat down with her, and I did like the ambush moment of it, where even Katie was like, "Whoa, hey, I was not expecting."
In a confessional, she's like, "What the F, Gina?"
Yeah. But Gina was right. Like, it would have given her time to prepare and everything. But I do feel, I don't know, I feel like Emily and Katie kind of agreed that, like, even after Jen's party, that it was like, hey, you brought my kid into it, so I was pissed off. You broke that by bringing up my kids at the reunion. I was pissed off. And even Emily was like, that's fine, but that's not how you go about doing it. So it seems like they're almost upset with Katie for not abiding by these unwritten rules of being a housewife.
Yeah, I feel like they made peace at the finale party, and then they started watching the episodes back, and things started coming out, and whatever. And then we said it last year, Emily came in loaded for bear at Katie, and the things that she dug up about her and her custody issues and whatever it shouldn't have done it.
The crime. Yeah.
Yes. It's going so low when it has nothing to do with your point. The point should just be, you lied about what my boy said about Heather, not, and why did you lose custody of your kids? It's that tit for tat makes you're bringing it down to her level. Yeah. Just live. If you're in the truth, I always say this, live in your truth, be in the truth. It's the truth. Yeah. You don't need to dig so deep and ruin someone. And so it's two things. Emily shouldn't have done that with Katie, but Katie shouldn't have directed the ex-nanny to the podcast and basically said, here, let me CC you on this email. You're connected.
I agree, but I also, I don't know, part of me, and it's a very small part of me, kind of is rooting for Katie in that it's only that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not housewifing the way that you want me to housewife. I'm housewifing my own way. And that is by being a little extra dirty and exposing all this bullshit behind the scenes, by being real about it.
But what bullshit is she really exposing?
That then Emily's trying to hide the fact that this actually happened. That Katie's daughter didn't make this up. That her kids did say this. The nanny is saying that this happened.
I think there could be a reason why that nanny is an ex-nanny.
Well, that's also true too.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it would be one thing if there was bullshit to expose. I haven't seen that. So I can't be on Katie's side with that. I think she should have just left it at, I was pissed, so I got revenge on you by directing your ex-nanny to a podcast so she could talk horribly about you. Just own that.
Yeah.
As far as the Tamra stuff I don't know. I never spoke to that person. I don't know their name. But then I know these bloggers' names, and it's just this is also a problem. She's too entrenched in the outside of Housewives.
Yeah.
Working with bloggers, going on podcasts, what have you. You just need to, the show should be the show.
Yeah.
And you adding drama and pulling it from social media and bloggers, it just gets it so dirty and muddled. And I don't want to see that. I just want to say, you have a beef with Emily because of XYZ, with Heather XYZ, and then I spun some shit with a podcaster and a blogger, and I'm DMing people. She's just too deep in it.
Yeah.
And she's drowning herself. It's not good.
So she got her Housewives season 1 orientation from the entire cast of New Jersey.
Yes.
So
it was directly from
Jenny.
Jess.
Yeah.
But no, I mean Margaret too. She's guilty as well. They're right. That's very accurate.
Very,
yes.
very, yeah. So
she's not housewiving right. She's just not. There's one thing to be said about doing it your own way. There's another thing to be said about doing it the dumb way. And she's just not doing it a smart way.
I agree with you there. I guess what I'm trying to say though is that there's a very nuanced difference between the way Emily's talking trash and making her look bad, and the way that Katie's chosen to go about it. But they're both, at the end of the day, really low.
Yeah.
And so why to pick nits and make all these nuances about, oh well, you went low in a way that we just agreed we don't go low. Well, no, you went low, so I went low with you.
But anytime it involves kids, on both ends, like I said, it's just
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I totally get what you were saying. Yes, yeah. So, but I can, I feel bad, but I'm also I'm feeling bad from a distance because I think this is really going to blow up even further into her face.
Okay, Bette Midler. From a distance.
From a distance. From a distance. Oh, yeah.
Katie looked like my friend.
And God is watching you, Katie. God is watching you from a distance.
So,
we started out. Oh, it was the Katie.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
It was Katie and Shannon going shopping for cars. I didn't understand that too. I have 5 6-years and now I want another one. You mean?
She said she had them in the past, is what she was saying.
Got it. So she just keeps getting
another one.
She keeps updating.
Yes.
Not she has a fleet of BMWs.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
All I know is I definitely want to make sure our next dramatic breakdown of what's going on in our friend's life is done at a car dealership.
I'm sure too. She and Shannon probably took some pictures for social media.
Oh,
and they
come down to Donaldson BMW where the housewives fight.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
While we're here, I thought we could talk about Emily. Just close that car door.
Where they must be really running out of destinations
locations
to be all hey, I need someone to fill the air in my tires. How about we go to the BMW dealership?
Let me call service, ma'am.
Also, to hear a grown woman be is there someone who can put air in my tires? Yeah, it's called you. Go to the gas station or go to the TikTok shop and get that thing that I fell scandal for. And
had Earl left her life by then?
Probably. Was Earl even still involved with?
They visited each other and then they just grew apart. That was the ending of Love Hotel.
But what was the timing with relation to the filming? Do you know?
Had to be before.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
oh.
I think she probably went to Love Hotel straight after the reunion, and then
yeah. So Earl never taught her how to put air in her tires.
No.
I've told you this in the past. In high school, this girl was dating a friend of mine, and she said, I can't do her voice without making it extra. Even though she's not that whiny, but she's she was just all oh, at lunch today, will you teach me how to pump gas? And I was like, are you kidding me? teach you how to pump gas? Like, okay, if we were from like Oregon or New Jersey where you weren't allowed to do that, fine. We're from California. Do you not look?
Oh, okay.
Do you not look at your parents when they do it? Okay, you go out there, you open the thing, you put. It's not that hard.
Can you not pump your own gas in Jersey?
Jersey was one of the states. I don't know if they still can. I know the pandemic changed a lot of that for Oregon and Jersey.
Right, I would be.
And it might have just been certain counties in New Jersey that wouldn't allow you to do it. I don't remember the details. But yeah. It was always a trip going to Oregon for work where I was like, oh, right, I'd be late for the airport and like, I got to wait for this guy to pump my gas.
I feel like, yeah, I've seen that before. Maybe when we were in Portland,
yeah.
Way back when, 2018.
Yeah, they definitely had to pump our gas then. But anyway, yeah, not knowing how to put air in your tires, I mean, not how to put the right amount of air, that's excusable, but you should at least be able to put air in your tire.
It's pretty standard.
Agreed. So,
speaking of air, Gina connected with the wind.
What was that even?
Did she paint with all her colors of the wind?
She may have.
Was she like the wind? Was she blowing kisses in the wind? So many winds.
So where did she connect with the wind? She went to Bali.
She went to Bali.
Why did she go to Bali?
Probably to think, and she was in turmoil last season. I'm not making fun of it because there was a lot of shit going down with Travis's ex, making them have to. But now, okay.
Did you and I both not gasp? We let out the gayest gasp ever when we were like, and then we decided to move back in together. We were like, whoa.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like after everything you put us through last season.
You put us through. You had to get away. You had to separate for your children because of the toxicity of Travis's ex, so that you couldn't be together or live together, and now you're living together.
And you renovated your kids' room to give them more space, and then you just moved them.
And then you left. I know you're a real estate agent, but come on.
I mean, I
like the backsplash in her house.
It was very nice. Yeah, it was very nice. I have to say, I'm very happy for her. I do think that the conclusion she came to was very natural and, at least in my mind, natural and adult. Like, I shouldn't be sacrificing my own happiness because of this other person's
I could lose Travis and it's not worth it. But on the other hand, that ex is always going to be in their lives because of the children until they're 18.
I mean, this is a restraining order we don't know about, but
I'm sure other stuff will come out. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm very happy for them, even though Travis is kind of boring, but maybe he'll be more exciting.
I mean, he's
not that I need him to be exciting.
No, he just needs to be reliable and come in and be
run
a good
his finger across the counter
in a masculine way.
In a very masculine way.
Totes mask.
So I mean, that's really what was going on with Gina, other than being the center of like
the Katie,
the diplomat, or trying to.
She was in the center. She definitely was like she was the moderator
and all these things.
She was the Whitney.
She was in the center of the circle jerk, trying to make all these things happen. Let me tell you.
I don't know. She was the Whitney. Of the narrating the whole Katie stuff. And by Whitney, I don't mean Whitney from Salt Lake, which is coming back soon.
Mormon Wives.
Yes.
Yeah, that was okay. Bravo. Thank you for letting us know it's coming back, but you could have put in at least a bit more effort just to show a little budding flower coming out of the
Well, there are 7 if you notice them, because 7 Housewives.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Interesting.
Yes.
You were paying way too much attention.
Someone was pointing it out on Instagram.
Oh, I thought you were just being more observant than me. You didn't think it'd be that hot up here, did you? You're like, oh, it's not that hot. Downstairs, the air conditioning is like Arctic. We came upstairs. It is an oven up here.
It's not an oven. It's just the air is not moving. What were we saying?
Who knows?
We're done with Gina. We're talking about Heather?
No, but we can talk about Heather. I mean, Heather, basically we found out that the house that was going to make her a real housewife of Beverly Hills was going to take too long to renovate, and they might as well just give it up now. And
it seems her storyline is renovations and houses and not being an OC unless she's working.
Yeah. That sucks what they did to the house. Like, to them, I mean, that's probably a tactic that's way more prevalent out there is, we'll go ahead and demolish everything and then be like, we're over budget.
And you're stuck with us now because why would you want to change,
Right.
Well, do they know the Rose were like, we can just leave this.
Yeah. But like, who's going to buy that? I guess someone who wants a deal and
Someone who wants a complete renovation and comes in with their own person, and
yeah,
you know,
I guess
because they basically stripped it down. Now they just have to build it up.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's
Probably their plan all along. But yeah, that seems to be Heather's only real
right
update.
So Emily's story is sad for sure with her son.
Yeah, sad's not the right word. I mean, it's definitely
sad for her as a mom.
Yeah,
you know, I felt for her when she was crying to Gina, and you know, just feeling like you're not doing what you can to protect your child. In this case, being like making sure they're eating and having nutrition, and you know, it's. I'm sure it must be tough.
Oh no, I'm sure. I think why I'm saying is like sad is like there's like there would be nothing they're doing about it. Like they're definitely
right. They're being yes.
Yeah.
But we see in the trailer though that she and Shannon are at odds. Even in this one scene, he was like, "Oh, it's all mental." Like he can just snap out of it and start eating.
Oh, it's always the worst when someone just all like, "Oh, it's all up here." It's, yeah, if that's right. That's why it's an issue is that it's all up here and we need to, you know, do something about that.
Well, but he is, you know, he's Mormon at the end of the day. So
I don't know what that has to do with it. I mean, I'm sure
it's
something to do with
like,
it,
you know, just like it's
let God take care of it.
Or it's like it's mind over matter.
Sorry. You let me get these
not Heavenly Father.
Let me get these golden tablets. They'll tell us what to do.
Put on my undergarments.
Let's see what Demi has to say about it from
Disney World,
no.
Disneyland.
No, from Disneyland. Yeah. No, it's like from Mormon Wives. Oh yeah, she was at Disneyland. No, it's a very unfortunate, and it's, you know,
I never heard the disorder. You know, I wonder how prevalent it is. And
well, what's interesting when she later on said that like that goes hand in hand often with being on the autism spectrum,
which I totally was like, oh, that makes sense.
It does, especially, you know, because you always hear about people, you know, being very sensitive to sound or smell or taste, and then you find out like, oh, well, he never or texture, you know. So that's the thing is like, oh, well, that would make me really dislike food right away. Like if I was very particular about a certain smell or taste or texture, I'd be like, I'm not putting that in my mouth. Get that away, you know.
Or you're like, you have too much smell, like walking into a restaurant probably would be hard for him because it's like so much food smells at once.
Right. I often, you know, because you're somewhat of a picky eater, or you have been known to be one. I often, when I first started dating you, I was just very much like, oh God, I wasn't like rolling my eyes, but I was like, oh, he's exaggerating, blah, blah, blah. But no, I do feel like a lot of it is related to your sense of smell.
Yeah.
Because like you can smell like rotting chicken a mile away.
Yes.
And be like, well, it'll be an empty chicken container in the garage, and you'll be in the house and be like, something smells bad. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I definitely think for you that like smell and for anyone, smell and taste go hand in hand. But I think you have an acute sense of smell, so that makes it so that like you don't necessarily want to eat things that other people would.
Right.
So I imagine if that was 100 times or X times more powerful, for whatever reason, that you'd definitely be like, yeah, white rice, please. So,
yes. Maybe a little bit of soy sauce.
Yeah. But imagine if soy sauce made you nauseous or like really set you off. So no, it's unfortunate, and I know we're oversimplifying, and apologies to anyone who is really dealing with this. We're not trying to be insensitive, but like trying to wrap our, you know, disordered brains around it. It's interesting for sure.
And to see that Gina had a similar experience with her child, and it's you know, tough raising kids and wanting to do the best for them, I'm sure, and then something's out of your control. You can't easily fix it. That must be really rough.
One thing I thought, they're twins, right?
Yes.
So that was something that I was thinking about. I didn't mention it while we were watching, but like it must also be interesting to have twins, and they seem to be identical twins.
It seemed to be.
So it's one of those things where like and I know this isn't true again, but like it's one of those case studies, I'm sure, where it's like what causes one twin to develop one thing and not the other. And I know there's biological differences, perhaps.
But not exact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. And I think that must also weigh on her as well. Is like, well, everything's fine with him. So what happened over here?
Right.
It just must amplify it even more.
And then you go to like a what did I do or what didn't I do scenario, and yes.
And it was like, oh, I must have dropped him on his head when he was, you know, just stupid things like that really probably don't have any relation to do with what's causing this.
Totally.
So, yeah, it's sad, but
Yes.
they're going to go into it more, and we're going to learn a lot. I'm sure. But you're right. Seth was being not very dismissive. Not Seth. Shane being you had to think about it for.
I did. Was like, that's not exactly Seth
Housewife. Yeah.
Yeah. He was being like, this is easily fixed, and we just gotta like, he eat the wheat thins, and I paid him $20 to like eat this burnt crap, and
right.
I don't think he's taking it as seriously as she is.
But he could also just be trying to be reassuring and like, hey, it's not as big of a deal, and maybe it turns out that it is. Maybe he comes around, but maybe it takes a lot to get him to come around.
Well, she was saying in the People magazine article that they had to go into therapy. I think maybe both she and Shannon are in the entire family, so it's definitely, we'll see that play out. So
speaking of seeing therapy,
oh wow, I just like stepped right into that.
You really just did.
Our girl Tam.
Oh, our girl Tam.
Yeah.
The thing that's the hardest about watching this is that because we listen to Two Teas in a Pod, and we are fans of the pod, we were listening when it happened, and we were kind of not part of it, but like we knew this in real time.
I don't even really remember our reaction to that. Where we just like, I know we were driving to work.
Well,
and
we had heard about it we saw it on like TikTok or in social media that morning that people were coming for her. So we listened to that episode.
Right, you're right. Yes.
What the big deal was.
Yeah.
And yeah, she stepped in it. But the thing that I feel worse about is that I feel like in the time since that happened, since this was all filmed, she's kind of been through it, and she's kind of answered what needed to be answered, and now this being
now it's basically starting from scratch again.
There's be a whole
remember that time when Tamra said she was on the spectrum and everyone hated her, and people were on the spectrum like lost their shit on her,
and so there's a whole new pool of people who didn't know about this.
They're not paying attention to social media.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
And then on top of that, there's gonna be people that are just Tamra haters to begin with, who are to use as an opportunity to be like, oh, Tamra.
It's like calling Kyle vile. Like it was clever the first time, now it's not anymore.
Yeah, but we still enjoy it when people call them tree stumps.
Well, that was just, yes, that was a classic Margaret.
Yeah.
My thing with, and looking at her, as much as I love Tamra, I think the good thing is that she's in therapy and she realizes there's a problem and she's trying to fix it. My one thing, and I hope this improves, is that she just takes, and she's going to hate this, she's going to hate this, like she's listening to this, take more accountability. Like, yes, these bad things happen to you, whether it be Simon or your daughter or other people coming on the show purely to attack you, but all you can control is your reaction. And when your reactions come so hard, you have to be able to say, like, I was wrong for that. Yeah. Like she did it on I was listening to them recap the Valley, and she was saying, they're talking about Janet and saying that, she's like, I've been there, I've been playing the villain and trying to move story. And there are times I just did things just to move story, and I've acknowledged it and, apologized for it. And that wasn't right. And so she needs to continue to do that, acknowledge like her part in this and how she is reacting to someone coming at her or to these difficulties in her life. It's good because it explains a lot of who she is and not trusting people, thinking they're going to leave her or turn on her. But you also have to be like, but I didn't react well, and now I'm learning how to. And the first step is being in therapy, and she's been there for a few months, and so. And I'm sure it was a much longer session. We didn't get everything.
I hope it was a longer session.
So maybe she did say more things, or maybe the therapist was like, but what could you have done better? Like Erica's therapist, like she really will point out, but what about you? Like, what are you doing to rectify this?
What I'm worried about is that two things. Like I believe that Tamra's genuinely going through
Totally.
this.
Totally.
Like, it would be the weirdest long game to play. Like, when we were off season, I started going to therapy and talking about my podcast so that when we started filming again, like,
Planting the seeds. Yeah.
say what you will about all these, machinations that people think housewives do. No one is that smart to be
No.
like, I'm going to start doing this. I mean, unless she has like a PR team or something, but who's going to do? I don't believe that for a minute. So I worry that people are going to be coming for her over genuinely trying to deal with her shit.
Yes, and improve herself.
Yes.
Yes.
And
adding, who in a bit will only compound that.
right, which
Yes.
doesn't make it any better. But that being said, I agree with you that she's putting a lot on, I'm in therapy. And it's like, okay, that's good that you're in therapy, but you can't.
What if you learn from therapy, and what do you need to let go of? Like letting
Right.
go of how deeply hurt you were by Simon or by your daughter, et cetera, et cetera.
Not that I've ever been in therapy.
Same.
So I'm definitely talking out my ass, but I feel like sometimes people who are in therapy, it's like, they're like rich people. It's like wealth whispers. If you're in therapy and it's actually working, you don't need to talk about it. You don't need
should
to
be
be
self-evident.
telling everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you're not vegan, you're not in Barry's boot camp, you're not doing CrossFit. I don't need to hear about it every time. So like, if it's really working, I'm not saying keep it to yourself. We're happy to hear about it. Let's share about it. But it doesn't need to be your entire storyline, so to speak. And I am worrying that this entire season is going to be, well, I'm in therapy. And it's like,
Well, but it's going to be other stuff when,
once Gretchen gets it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then also fighting.
You won't even say her name.
I'll say her name. She's right there.
Ugh.
Um,
Her face is just the work she's done, like in the makeup she has. Like in this clips I've seen so far, I'm just like, it just seems puppety. And not in
a good madam way. Not in a good madam,
Not
other gay way.
no.
No.
So see our TikTok for that if you're wondering what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So I looking forward to see where this goes with Tamra. And speaking of Tamra, who like can't exist without Tamra, freaking Jenn.
yes,
Like,
Jenn,
I loved when the editors were like put like an image of Tamra. Jenn cannot talk about anything except for like screwing Ryan, their wedding, how much sex they have, and then Tamra.
Yeah.
And how Tamra's come after them and they're her targets. And then
just to making another housewife your sole kind of
you're raising
reason to be on the show.
Yes.
It's just like, and maybe it won't stay that way all season, but seeing how she probably pairs up with Gretchen.
Okay, so everyone who was saying last year that Tamra brought Alexis on to hurt Shannon, one, let's reiterate, people, let's go back. They were already talking to Alexis before she started dating John Jansen. It worked out well for them that she did start dating John Jansen, but it wasn't Tamra executing a move to try to hurt Shannon.
Yeah.
Period. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Jenn, as she said in the trailer, sent an SOS to Gretchen. Oh my God, Tamra, help! And Gretchen like saw the bat signal and like came running. Because here's the other. I say here's the thing a lot. Why hasn't Gretchen come back until now?
Because production didn't want her.
Where was Gretchen when Tamra wasn't on the show? Why wasn't Gretchen brought back then? Because Gretchen without Tamra, nothing happening. So
yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
and Jenn making her whole story about like how Tamra's hurt her. Lame. What else are you doing? Are you gonna open that yoga studio again? Have you paid back your debts? Like,
yeah.
Are you getting married in a bikini? Ooh, that's so fascinating. Like she is as dull as she is pretty.
I guess you're calling her very pretty then.
She's very pretty, but very dull. Way too tan. Calm down on the tanner girl.
The thing that I guess I don't want to fault Jenn yet, because I think you're right. I want to say like, oh, well, her wedding will be part of her storyline, fine. But I think that she will be embroiled in the midst of a lot of the interpersonal drama with the other women, which is something I'm always asking for. I'm always saying, like, I'd rather have housewives be part of the drama with each other than to be out there on their own. So as long as she doesn't remain a one Tamra pony, I'll be fine. Like, if she can move on and, like, be part of the drama with others, cool. I'm into it. But if it does end up being all in service of, like, oh, I showed you, Tamra, then
You're not showing me anything, girl. Also, I think she's going to drop Katie hard.
Seems like she already has.
Yeah.
The fact that she's like, well, I don't remember saying.
How do you not remember calling someone a con artist?
Yeah.
How do you not remember that?
And if you are so like, oh, well, like, I don't remember saying that, and then you just went along with saying it, like, like,
you were talking some shit.
I know. Yeah, it's like in Real Housewives of New York. Like, we were out on the patio talking shit about each other. That's the thing is, again, even if I'm like in a like torrent of like trash talking about a friend, if called on it, I'm like, well, I don't remember saying that specifically, but I probably did. Like,
but con artist is so strong. It's not like, oh, I didn't like her dress, or I think which that was bitchy. Con artist.
Yeah.
It's a really hard label to put on somebody.
Yeah.
So to not remember that, it's like...
And the reason you would call someone that, you'd have to have some backup to that. It's not just like, oh, then she cut me off in traffic one day. She's a con artist.
Yes.
It's like, no, there's a reason you would call someone a con artist. So, you're right.
She's so flaky. So flaky. Yeah. I don't get her. And also what she said about Katie of saying that... basically saying that Katie says a lot of bullshit, but she lets it go because they're friends. That's just really weird. Like, I accept it. I know she's probably lying, but
one thing I noticed
she bought me a coffee.
One thing I noticed when they went to Shannon's Shannon's spa, was that a lot of them hadn't seen each other since filming.
Yeah.
And so I think that it kind of drove home to me a little bit that, like, oh, I let a lot of stuff go because we haven't seen each other and she's my only ally on the show, other than maybe Shannon. But Shannon seems to drop them both pretty quick, it seems.
I think Shannon's like, they did social media for Bravo. They paired them up, and Shannon and Jenn together. So I think they're cool. It's like Katie, who was by herself, and Gretchen was by herself.
Got it.
So I just think Jen's gonna go with the popular team, and I don't think she has a lot of loyalty.
Well, I mean, she doesn't necessarily need to either. I mean, yeah, and then to be acting all like, shocked that, I thought Tamra and I were friends. Like, did you?
Okay, and this whole story, I do not believe this for a second that Tamra was like, I was at Brian's talking about like screwing him, or like she was showing him her boobs. Like, I
believe that a form of that may have happened where it was just like, it wasn't even flirting.
Or maybe just joking. I just don't believe Jenn.
Oh, believe Jenn.
I believe women, but I don't believe Jenn.
All right, fair. No, I mean, I think there's a shred of truth to it. Like, I don't think Jenn would just make that up.
Ryan would if he told her. We've said this before. Like,
true.
I'm sure Ryan, just like the other day on Miami when like Jody interrupted Lisa's confessional. I'm sure Ryan is sitting off to the side being like, hey, babe, mention that. Hey, babe, don't forget about that.
Yeah, that's...
Like, Ryan's taking the notes for her so she can regurgitate it in her confession. No, they were talking about it on 2Ts. Some people are not good at confessionals, and they use, like, their glam or friends or whatever, like, sitting there to give them stuff.
To remind them.
Or just to, like, give them, like, witty comebacks.
Yeah. I was telling Jeff that when we first started the podcast, when we were watching the show earlier, we first started the podcast, we wouldn't share our thoughts, so that when we came upstairs, that it'd be like fresh, and we go, oh, let me go. But then after we'd done 100, well, this is our 56th episode of our second year.
Okay.
So I think we have like 190. We're going to be near our second 200th episode soon.
Should get a cake.
I know, we should get a cake. I don't remember all the stuff. So, like, I find if we talk about it a little bit before, I'll go, oh, right, I remember that. So
yeah, it doesn't, ruin...
No, it doesn't ruin anything. It makes me wonder, though, that, like, maybe he's just there reminding her. Like, remember that?
Reminding her.
Again,
puppeting her.
If we're not going to say that, like, there's this brilliant machination of, like, manipulation of, oh, I have a storyline I'm going to work on. Ryan isn't going to be smart enough to be like
Ryan is smart enough, or he's smarter than.
Don't say it. Don't say it. You're going to get us in trouble.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think Jen is easily led. That's what I'm saying.
True.
Whether it be Ryan or Gretchen or the mailman, I think it's just, yeah.
I mean, yeah, didn't she live in Utah? I mean, if we've seen things, the Mormon wives. No, I mean, I'm serious.
Well, it's her husband.
Easily led.
I think she said like her husband was pretty controlling.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It all.
No, I really don't mean that any knock on Jen. I'm just saying that, like, you know, it if you're in a marriage and someone just takes care of everything, like she didn't know how to pay bills. And
right. She didn't have like a checkbook or
it makes sense that there could be like, oh, I just do whatever he tells, not whatever he tells me, but like he's mentioned it. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go with that.
Yeah, so it's funny because again, she had so much more story with all of that and the fallout from, because last year was her second season, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She had more to talk about and trying to figure her stuff out and the bills and, you know, the whole stuff with Gina and the house and all that and being evicted. And so
and now she Tamra and Katie.
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's
okay.
You got to that point.
Sorry, I've been cutting you off a lot, but I'm really.
Oh, in the beginning, I was when I was trying to make that point about Katie, and yes, I was. That's why I said, listen to my point. I'll let me finish it. But no, that was totally fine.
You see what I'm married to, people?
Oh my!
He's so controlling. He's so controlling. He's just like Ryan.
Oh. Disgusting. She did it disgusting tonight.
That's so disgusting.
So
would you rather have Ryan in his underwear or Terry DeBro in his underwear?
It's Terry DeBro. And they would say like Jesse from Valley in his drawers.
That's a hard one because I just think I'd rather have Ryan over those droopy drawers.
Oh, I'd take Jesse over Ryan. Ryan has a lot of face.
Ryan's face is what ruins it for me.
It's extreme face.
Yeah.
And
it's very it's he's got beady eyes. I don't like it.
It's a little reptilian.
Get out of my head. The word I was to say, how does it be too mean?
No, I'm not saying he's a horrible looking person. I'm just saying I don't think that Tamra was trying to get with that.
Well, but if you believe all these rumors that there's swingers and
and when those rumors come out, when what's her name joins the show and they try to say that Tamra's having an affair.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, coming in, she hasn't even gotten here and I'm already like smack talking this chick.
So Shannon,
yes,
her daughter's cat has a beret. Done.
As you startle our cat. Yes, her daughters are in various places.
She settled her case with John Jansen,
which you knew that after the reunion.
The wedding I paid for.
Girl.
Also, if you think they're going to stick to a $60,000 budget, you're crazy.
Do you know, Alexis?
Although I can't imagine, I don't know.
They're not going to go like super.
Yeah.
If you can have a perfectly fine wedding for less than that.
We had a perfectly fine wedding for much
less than that.
But I'm just saying, like, if we had if God forbid we ever got divorced, marriage number 2 is not even getting half of what we got.
Oh my gosh, the energy, like the money, the love. That's why we were like, we'll always be together.
Yes, that's why we'll always be together. But anyway,
sure. Yeah, I don't really see nothing else.
I mean, she was just really trying
to be zen.
Yeah, trying to be zen, show that she's not drinking. Oh, I made a crack about it earlier, but I really do believe, like, people, like, after the last reunion even, they were saying, like, when Shannon went to rehab, it wasn't truly a rehab. It was just like a wellness center, like a spa.
And you think it was this place, this Golden Door place?
I mean, one seems to support the other, and I don't know why, like, they seem to get a really good brand deal out of the whole thing and some publicity. I mean,
I had never heard of it, but also I don't, I'm not looking at Us Weekly to see where Julia Roberts is going on her spine.
And nor are you looking for retreats in Escondido or San Marcos.
And I'm sure they send like a blast to all their customers. You might not want to come this day.
Right.
Julia, Oprah.
Yeah. And then Jenn, like, oh, Oprah might be there. Wasn't it Jenn?
It was, and her daughter didn't know who Oprah was. And that's when you just say, get thee to the YouTube, girl.
I mean, that
If you're a teenager today, I could see why you wouldn't know who. But Oprah, like even the name Oprah, you don't hear that very often. It's not like her name was Jenny Jones. Like it's Oprah. So
or Sally, Jesse Raphael,
Maury Povich, Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
You somewhere would have encountered that name at some point, but maybe her children aren't into all that.
Yeah.
Everly.
Is that her name?
Leigh.
Oh, that's a pretty name, but that whole
Lee, anytime you put Lee as Leigh, it's just
I don't mind Lee as Leigh, but like when you're doing like Ashley, Everly,
child.
I don't need that.
We don't need it. No, Ashley is spelled Ashley.
I mean, if you're smart and beautiful and one of our best friends,
obviously.
Probably her. I recommended Ashley. Make your alter ego Ashley.
To throw people off.
Yeah, when you're feeling saucy, you're like, oh, they'll never know who I am. I'm Ashley. Sorry.
You're an Ash League of your own.
So, but Everly's kind of a pretty name. I would never name our child that.
No.
I'm not gearing for that. I mean,
no.
That's not good.
That's not a contender. No.
No, but it is the last name. Someone's last name.
Oh, like yeah. Who?
Probably a baseball player. It seemed like a baseball player last.
Oh, baseball player.
We are losing the thread here.
Yes.
And I think we pretty much covered everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
We all ladies. Yeah. Again, is a great start.
Yeah. We clearly have more opinions about this.
I love how you started off saying, like, I don't have a lot of opinions. And we're like, let's go deep.
No, we really do. I mean, we've gone for frickin' ever here. We're at 47 minutes.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I think, I don't know. No one's listening now anyway. I mean, I don't think anyone will get this far. But, like, you were talking about earlier, Miami, we're not doing too good with our views on Miami, which makes me think our views on our shows are proportionate to the ratings and stuff. I think we're being gaslit about how great Miami is. That's all I'm saying. Because, like...
It seems to be a recurring theme about, oh my gosh, Miami.
And then I'm like, this is what we're getting with Miami? So, I'm open-minded to it, and we're watching it, but like...
No, for sure. But, like, I genuinely enjoyed this episode and these women. Even the ones I don't necessarily like, I feel more of a... Even if I'm not liking you, I'm not liking you strongly, as opposed to just being like, I don't like that Stephanie chick. I get it. You're rich.
Right.
But with this one, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm shaking a fist to the sky, the OC sky or Escondido.
That's where they were at the end, yeah. All right. Well, I mean, this is good. And then we're going to get Atlanta back on the reunion on Sunday. That'll be good. And then we're back to Miami and then this. We got a cadence going. I love it. It's good. We'll talk about it next time.
Until next time.